Oh. Right. Hi guys, we are in Leicester. The banner has been up about 5 minutes and the crowds are gathering. Cheers, John. I think it is going to be a good day. It's a bit miserable before, but it's seems a lot better now. I guess is it fairly noisy here because we've got quite a bit of music in the background. Can you hear okay? A bit quieter on this side, I guess. All right, sounds okay. Thank you, John. So, what do you think? Should we start talking to people? So anyway, this is Leicester. Pretty good turnout so far. Now let's see what happens. Have you got a leaflet? You got one? Oh, do you want one? Of course you can. Of course you can. Have you got a leaflet? Do you want one? You got one. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. That's okay. You alright, buddy? Have you got a leaflet there? Do you want one? Excellent. I'll hold them. Right. Is it? Well, it is a little bit windy here. But it seems to be letting off. I think we're going to be okay. As you can see, I've tied back. These banners act like one big sail, they do, so we should be okay. Yeah. Well, that's nice. You don't get fined for that here, no? Is that okay, is it? All right, I thought you might get fined. Just dropped the leaflet. Yeah, I imagine it's the same wherever else. Would you like a leaflet? Of course you can. You're all right, you want a couple? There you go. There's a website on there, of course there is. Yeah, okay. Brilliant, excellent. There's some great videos on there. Great videos on there. All right. Oh, he seemed interested. Shame he hasn't got any time. All right, have you come across this before? No. First time. It's the biggest thing. That's the biggest debate on the internet right now. Everybody's waking up now and saying, what do we actually know about where we live? Is it a belief, or do we know where we live? You know, like, are we living on a planet? Are we living on a flat plane? It's the biggest debate right now because there's so many people waking up and deciding that no, we did not go to the moon. There are so many anomalies on the moon with waving flags and different divergence of shadows, no blast crater, sounds being heard, you know, on the moon. We didn't go to the moon. It didn't happen. So if we can't believe in NASA and in these photographs, these supposedly photographs that we've been given, we're asking for more evidence, more proof. Okay, so what's happening now is people are starting to see and recognize that we're starting to see land that we shouldn't be able to see, because our cameras and telescopes and that are becoming more advanced, and we can zoom in and we can see these places that are meant to be over the curvature of the ball. Okay, the Earth meant to be right over that curvature. This the Earth is 24,900 miles. Okay, there has to be some sort of curvature calculator, you know, like for that drop. Okay, this is it's spherical trigonometry, Pythagorean's theorem. It means that for every 8 inch, for every mile, there should be a drop of 8 inches for every mile. Okay, squared. So it goes 8 inches and 32, and then 76 or 72. This is Blackpool. It was in the Blackpool Gazette, 65 miles away. Okay, and on a good clear day, you can see the Isle of Man. But based on that calculator, 2,584 feet should be hidden. The highest mountain is 2,000 feet. Yeah. Well, we can see it. Yeah. And that didn't make sense. This is Dover to Calais. I don't think you've ever thought, we just don't think of these things, but you can see with your own eyes, not telescope, so you can see on a good clear day, you can see, what's it, Dover from Calais. You're not meant to. 300 feet of curvature should be missing. You shouldn't be able to see.
The water don't come out.
Okay.
And the sun doesn't.
Are we inside a bucket? Are we inside a bucket?
Something is revolving.
Do you know about excuse me, sir, centrifugal force? Okay, so he's got that wrong. Centrifugal force spins things away, but we're taught in school that this water in a bucket, we're not in a bucket. We're not contained in a bucket. Centrifugal force would spin all of these oceans out. Throw it out. It doesn't contain. It doesn't pull it in. This guy, you know, he thinks that just because that we're taught that in school, that we believe. We're challenging science and education right now. Okay, so we're meant to be. We're seeing all these lands. This is 273 miles away, and yet we can still see land. Can you imagine how much curvature all this should be hidden? I could give you an encyclopedia of so much land that we can see that you're not meant to see, that we've never critically thought about before. Okay, so we're challenging it.
Snowdon, you can see Scotland.
Okay.
Yeah. You shouldn't be able to.
You shouldn't be able to. It's over the curvature. Okay, but why haven't we thought about this?
Oh, yeah.
We seem to be so locked in the fact that we've seen photographs from space. We know where we live. We've seen them. See that guy there? That's Robert Sims. Okay, him with a team of people, and like him, there's departments like him. They get aerographical, photographs, you know, high altitude photographs, and then they stitch them all together. They're called composites, and then when they put them all together, they put them over a 3D sphere. Okay, once it goes over a 3D sphere, they add layering and clouds and all of that, and then you can hear him on a radio interview. I mean, he produces them globes. Him and a team of people. We have never seen Earth from space. People like him create them. You can't have anything in space. The moon landing was most definitely faked. You know, there's a video out called "A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon," and you can watch that. They were only in low Earth orbit here. They just went up there, and they speak about it. You can even see them actually faking and putting the Earth in the window, and they were faking it with cardboard and things. It's on this video. A funny thing happened on the way to the Earth. So if we can't believe NASA on the photographs that were presented, so where does our beliefs come from? That we know that we're on this ball that's got water. Sorry?
You have to go back to the root of what belief is all about. Belief came from the point of where they started to say to people, listen, you have to listen to us, you have to take on our truth, because we can't, this is a truth that is so incredible that it's believable. And
okay.
So they got people to use the word believe.
Belief.
Yeah, believe was originally spelled B-E-L-E-E.
Lie.
And it actually...
Be lie.
Yeah,
he gets it.
What you have to think is
Did you get one of them?
And what they actually are trying to achieve out of that, and actually, you know, it's all to do with fear. You know, that's why they send us to school from we're 4 years old, because that's when kids start to question.
Okay.
And they take away the W's, the who, what, where, when. You don't question in school. You're taught not to question. And so it's for a reason. They're doing stuff because they don't want us to question shit. They just want us to feed into this system that is all set up around us, the banks and everything. But it's all pointless. And actually, we're feeding into this.
This is what we're waking up to. This is what we're recognising now.
We're feeding to destroy the earth. Do you not understand? Like everything that is set up around us, even the sewers are completely everything.
Okay, that's like that's our number one programmed response that we always come up with. Okay, that's the media, that's education. Why don't we fall off the edge? It's just our programmed response. No flat earther that I've ever met have ever said, oh yeah, there's an edge. We've never said that. No one has ever said that. Now,
Why is there not an edge?
okay, so we know that we live in this big universe and space is infinite, and we've heard the term that it's ever expanding and that, okay? But we accept that. There's no proof to that whatsoever. But we know that because we've been told, okay? Why can't land be ever expanding and infinite? Why does it? Because we're pretty damn sure that we do not live on a planet. Pretty damn sure. I know that Earth is flat. I 100%. When I see land that cannot be explained, that is from so many miles. There's a guy called Jay Tolan. He's got infrared footage. He can see over 600 miles with his footage. You're not meant to see this land. 600 miles. You know, like so. Yeah, it could be, you know, like the fact that Earth could be ever expanding and infinite, but we don't know because we've not been there. Sorry? It's the big question. I mean, like, because to know that somebody's lying to you, you know, like without actually taking this person to court and questioning them, sitting them down, we can all guess until we're blue in the face. You know, like I assume my theory would be maybe control to keep us all contained, to stop us wandering off. I mean, like if we know that we're on this ball, you know, that you're not an explorer, you're not going to go out an astronaut, you're not going to go out into space and go to different distant lands. But what if there is distant lands and that you could go, you could get a boat trip, and not be a security guard no more and go off and explore and have a new life, a new existence. They don't want this. That's control.
We can't even touch. You know, there are protected areas that are completely cut off.
Yeah.
And actually we can't fly even into some particular areas. My dad's a pilot.
Okay.
So, you know, I know that there are places that you can't even
Well, Antarctica.
fly.
Why don't they fly over Antarctica?
Exactly.
No one has ever flew. It's 24,900 miles circumference. All explorers and expeditions, no one has ever flown north to south, right the way over 24,900 miles. Wouldn't that be one of the greatest last expeditions? Why hasn't no one done this?
And why
Because
won't
it
they
cannot
why
be
won't they
done.
Go back to the moon again, because everyone's got telescopes now. If they were saying that they were going to the moon,
Yeah.
imagine everyone would be like
Zooming in and watching them all the way and that. We're never going back to the moon. It can't happen because we never went.
When did they shoot all of these satellites into the air, into the atmosphere? When did they do that? Where did they do that?
Yeah.
I've never witnessed a satellite.
We see a rocket go up, and then we see it start bending over, and then it starts coming back down again. You know, like it just like blows my mind when I watch them footage now. I mean, like I've always believed this. I was a massive Star Trek fan. Always believed in everything NASA. Now, you only have to just stand back, take a one step back, and put aside your beliefs and theories and all that, and critically think. Well, again, we're not a planet, but we do see something up there. Okay, the moon for me, it looks kind of sphere. I don't know what's on the other side because, well, we can't see the other side, can we? It's always facing this way. It kind of looks spherish, but I don't know. I've not been up there, so we're trying not to theorise too much because this is the bullshit that we've been given. They've been giving us theories and beliefs all our lives. You know, like that's what we need to get away from and start critically thinking for ourselves and following natural science and testing all of this for ourselves, like land.
And that's the thing, they don't want people to, they narrowed science to people, they think doctor, they think, you know, they think doctor, they think, I don't even know, like veterinary,
Yeah.
you know, they don't think about
biologists
science
and
being about proving what life is. They don't think about the fact that we are made up of cells upon cells upon cells upon cells. Every single thing, whether it be solid, liquid or gas, is made up of cells. And our minds are like, there's a reason why they eradicated astrology from being a provable science. They got rid of astrology centuries ago, and it was actually in fact one of the rawest sciences that there were, and there's a reason for that. They don't want people to know who they are, the capacity of who they are, and what this life is all about. This is all about the lessons. This goes far beyond the science as to what the world shape is. Like,
I'm starting to learn this now. 47 years old, and my head was so stuck in the sand, and I'm waking up. Oh wow! On that leaflet, what we're talking about, that cognitive dissonance. You have a good read in that, and it will resonate with you. You know, like
it challenges everything that you've ever been taught. Do you know how hard that is to comprehend? You start to question everything.
So if you were to go further away,
you start to question everything, and that is the reason why they don't want you to even fathom the fact that it could be true. And that's why people will come past this and they'll look at it.
yeah, that program response, you know, like, and say and mock it and say, oh, it's rubbish. You know, like it's that program response. It's built into us. We'll all do it. I did it. You know, like, but then when you start looking at the sciences behind it, you know, if I said, other than the photographs that you have seen from NASA, what would be your number one proof? I think one could be mocked at credibility, lose jobs, mortgages, houses. So it could be that. There is some science people that are coming forward. You know, like it's just the fact that it's not being heard yet. We're still early days to be heard. What this is about now is just purely awareness. And fingers crossed, you know, like if we make enough noise, we'll get this looked at properly. That's what we're after. Get it looked at. You know, it sounds ridiculous at first, doesn't it? It does. It just. But when you start looking at the sciences, of course you can. When you start looking at the sciences behind it, especially that's your number one, is the curvature calculator. Once you realise that and where you live, you just mentioned Snowdon to Scotland. You know, like that. I should say no. I don't believe you. You're lying. You can't. It's over the hidden curvature. But I do. I believe you. I have to believe you because. Yeah. So it's given you food for thought, isn't it?
Oh, I'll start Googling it.
Yeah. Well, in there's a website to go to, FE Start. Go to that website. There's I was mentioning about the funny thing happened on the way to the moon. That's about your Apollo thing. Watch that. That'll put shivers down your spine, and you go, hang on, there's something to this. But there's plenty of great videos on that website, and from there you make your own mind up. You're not joining our club. We're not after any money. You make your own mind up, and then you follow your own journey, you know, and that's it. We're not asking for anything. We're just showing awareness. You know. Yeah, buddy. Would you like a leaflet there?
No, I came across this theory last year. It was introduced to me by one of my friends.
Okay. At first, it's a theory for other people, but you realise to us, it really isn't a theory. It's a knowing.
It was only when I started to talk to pilots.
Yes.
And they quite clearly said, no, it's not.
No.
It's quite clearly flat. You can just see miles and miles.
There you go. I was mentioning about the 600 miles. Pilots say it.
I've got a few friends who've got pilots.
Yeah.
They're only small aircraft.
Yeah.
They've pretty much confirmed. They've said no.
Yeah. This is what we're finding. But the thing is, the big airliners and all that. I mean, I can imagine a pilot coming clean. It's almost like, I seen an alien and up there. A lot of them can't speak out. They're going to lose their jobs and things. You know, like, but some people are.
From the airport, and you just ask yourself, why are they taking that route? There's a quicker route. Why are they taking that route? That route would take you much longer to arrive to that destination than if it was a flatter, because you'd have to travel like that. When you start looking at my itineraries, you do start questioning.
So it sounds like you're a fellow flat earther, are you?
I am, yes, I am.
Well done, excellent. So let me shake your hand then. Excellent, brilliant.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, please do, with open eyes and with no biases and for open-mindedness. That's what you need to do. It's nice talking to you. Thank you.
So what's for this for you? I mean, obviously you're not getting paid for this.
Oh, that's right. I mean, I am a flat earther because of that bloody land that you can see that you shouldn't be able to see. So that's my 100% number one reason. That's why I'm here in that. But why we're here now at the moment, we're going around the UK and we're spreading awareness. We're doing a town or city per day. You know, like, and it started off in Taunton. We went down to Land's End. Then on the way back up, Harry went over to Ireland, got a few more people together, did 4 or 5 places in Ireland. Then he went up to Scotland, right round, and now we're coming right the way back down. You have to leaflet there.
All right, thank you very much.
There you go. Yeah, I'll just pull that.
Yeah, don't worry. So what do I get out of this? What do we all get out of this?
There you go, an awakening. That's what we're doing. We're just spreading awareness, and then you can make your own choices.
You're a variation of other person that spent the word.
Oh, right, okay. I mean, basically, we're showing like this land here that you shouldn't be able to see. It's over the curvature, okay? And if I had an encyclopedia, I could show you thousands of incidences that you should not be seeing land because it's beyond your sight to see over. This was in the Blackpool cassette. This is 65 miles to the Isle of Man, and yet you can see the Isle of Man. The highest mountain is Snaefell, 2,000 feet. 2,500 feet should be hidden over the curvature. This is based on spherical trigonometry.
You see tall ships.
See that?
They go away. And the mass gradually go down.
Doesn't it? Without a doubt, I agree with you. Okay, get yourself a high-powered telescope okay, and you can zoom straight in, and there's thousands of footage on YouTube. Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. Because we're open-minded and we're inquisitive and we're asking questions. We're not closed-minded. So it seems mad, but it seems mad to us that people are closed-minded.
Why do you want to believe that?
Oh, we're showing awareness. We don't want to be lied to. Don't want to be lied to. Do not want to be lied to. That's it. End of. Okay, what about the sun? What does that say? What about the moon? What about that tree? What about your shoes? Oh my God. Yeah, okay, but we don't believe we're on the planet. We're not on the planet. We're on this possibly infinite realm. We don't know what we're on. We know land is flat. Okay?
What about the famous photograph that was took 40 years ago of the blue planet?
All right, okay, come here. This is that there is Robert Sims.
Yeah.
People like him.
But if it's like that,
okay,
there,
right.
Surely it would be like that all the way round. If it's like that there, just as he cocked it.
Right.
What if he cocked it there? It'd still be the same.
Have you heard of it was a documentary by the BBC, I think it was. A funny thing happened on the way to the moon. Have you heard of that one?
No, but there's variations around, isn't there?
Well, it's done from the BBC and that, and they did this documentary, and they proved that Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and that they were inside low Earth orbit when everyone thought that they were walking on the moon, and they've got evidence and proof to that. You have to watch that film. A funny thing happens on the way to the moon.
But it was, I presume, it was made by people that were against the moon landing in any case, not exactly against.
The thing is, it shouldn't. I mean, like, if you think about it, I mean, like, there was no blast crater. There's waving flags. There's shadows diverging in the wrong. There was even noise heard on space.
Yeah.
You know, like, so there's lots of anomalies that shouldn't have happened. You know, like
I've watched variations of the flag that seems to be
fluttering and that.
Was it fluttering? Was it just?
Oh yeah, but don't forget, you might have seen one. I mean, we had lots of Apollo landings, and the flag was fluttering in all of them.
Was it because it was plastic and it was settling into its...
It shouldn't move at all.
Well,
if it was on a spring, I guess what you're saying is that it could spring away and spring back. Would you like a leaflet, would you?
I don't want to disturb you, but
Sorry, that's okay.
I don't have the time.
I'm sorry.
A website, haven't you?
There's a website in there, you can go to that, and there's some great videos. No, you're welcome. Did I give you one?
I've got one, yeah.
I'll get you one. I don't know who I'm giving them to.
You're over enthusiastic, mate.
Yes. We're spreading awareness, that's all we're doing, and we're getting people to critically think where it was that where they was. Excuse me a second. So there you go. The wind's catching us out a little bit. Yes, that's a great idea. Oh. That's a great idea. That was a good landing, that was. Sorry guys, I'll sort these out in a second. I'm having a fight with the wind. Oh, yeah, I'm just having a little fight with the wind here. Hi.
Hello, my name's David.
Okay, give us a second.
Yeah, that's alright.
I just got to sort myself out. Sorry guys. Hiya.
Hiya, how's it going?
Hiya, oh sorry, here you go.
I've been watching you for weeks now.
Oh, brilliant.
And all the rest of it, so yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So I don't need to, I'll give you a leaflet anyway.
Yes, please, yes.
Right, so fellow flat earther.
Yes, that's right.
So you're David?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, brothers in?
Brothers at arms.
At arms.
Yeah, so
excellent.
I can see all these like to the left there looking quite confused as well.
Yeah. I mean, oh, it's a great turnout, apart from the wind. Oh, it's just, yeah, the wind's killing us at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to put that there as well.
You just turned up?
We've been here for 20 minutes.
Right, yeah.
30 minutes.
Not too long then.
Yeah.
The crowd's good.
It's good. And yeah, I mean, like, so been speaking to a few people. It's coming on. It's okay. Did you want a leaflet there? No, I'm alright. Oh, you know where you're living. The police know where they're living. Okay, it's good. They're leaving us alone. I think they know it's healthy debate. We're all talking. It's okay. You know, like, because when I first started doing this, I was a little bit frightened or worried. You know, like handing out leaflets and all that. Oh, we could trouble what's it causes and that. You know, they're going to move us on. But yeah, it's good. Tell us about yourself. People want to know.
Yeah, stumbled across it about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And then it took me about 6 months to kind of properly grasp it.
Excellent. So you were searching for 6 months.
Yeah, I was. I was to and fro, and I was like, how can it be?
Yeah. Well, that was me. I did 4.5 months, but yeah.
Yeah, long time.
Good.
And then accepted it, and then I went to Spain, and I could see Morocco from Barcelona.
No, you didn't. You're lying.
No, I couldn't. So it's 100+ miles away.
Yes.
So I should
Okay.
be able to see the very tips. Of the Rift Mountain.
Okay, but you can see it all.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So self-explanatory.
I tell people we've got, So where are you from?
Derby.
Derby.
I tried to get to Nottingham yesterday, but work took over, so I couldn't.
Right.
I was trying to get over about 4 o'clock, but the traffic.
Yeah.
So popped over today.
So what do you think of the tour so far?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it the right way to do it?
definitely. It was the next step.
It was the next step. Awareness.
Yeah, because we were all just in our rooms or wherever.
Yeah, that's what I seen. I mean, it was kind of like we shouldn't be organised and getting together. But do you see much organisation here? Not really. I turn up, throw my banner up, but there's not a lot of organising. And you've just arrived here today. I didn't know you were coming. It's just flat earthers getting together. That's all it is. We're not organising. Yeah, brilliant. This is excellent.
I've got some cash for you guys as well.
Oh, good. Well, I'll bring you over to Harry. When he's finished, I'll introduce you to Harry, and then you can make your small donation or a large donation. He's got thousands here. He's going to give us thousands, he says. Oh, that's awesome. Brilliant.
Where are you on there?
Oh, God. Leicester is... Oh, God, it might be... Is it Ipswich and Chelsea?
Okay,
Might be... I know that we're going to do 2 in one day, and it could be that one, you know. Yeah, you just put me on the spot there. I really don't know. Yeah. Where are we today? Can you tell me where we are today? Yeah. We've had some great turnouts. This person here is really switched on. I need to know more, and whether a flat earther or not. I need to know more. Yeah, but we'll see. But seems very switched on. So yeah, it's we're crushing it, aren't we? It looks great.
And it's good turnout.
Yeah.
Was it okay Nottingham yesterday? Was it?
Nottingham was awesome.
Really good.
I wasn't expecting it. Do you want a leaflet there? There you go. You've got one. I've got a brain, like I say, if I'm handing out leaflets. Sorry, would you guys like a leaflet? There you go. Would you like a leaflet there? Excellent. Ooh, there you go. Of course you can. You're all right. Yeah, anyway, so was you going to come down and was you going to have a go? Because I got someone in Nottingham and to do their first bit of activism, and talk to people.
I kind of get wound up. I'm quite a stubborn person. I recognise that.
Right, okay.
So when people kind of face off, I was the blowhead. So I was the one that was getting mad.
Yes.
And then...
well, you might start... Roxanne was like... Yeah, I listened to Roxanne's first one, and we had to talk afterwards, and she said, she recognised it and said, yeah, I need to calm down here.
So personally.
Yeah. Well, someone just said to me, they said, oh, you seem quite passionate and all that. Damn right, I'm passionate. I know where I'm not living. Yeah. Well, it's but I mean, if you feel a bit, and because what it is that I had this idea that if I can get someone to just do one or whatever, it might inspire enough to go, I'm going to start talking to people, because we asked Riz yesterday, and really knowledgeable he was, he was awesome, so we asked him, I said, do you fancy? I put you on the spot, but do you fancy having a go? And yeah, go on, I'll have a go. And he's like duck to water. He just jumped straight in there. And then when I went off to one side, he still carried on. do not feel obligated or anything like that. Putting everyone on the spot, I am.
I'll give you my cash donation.
Look, do you kind of like, do you throw a couple of stickers down here and there?
I bought some of these ones.
Brilliant,
They've got
excellent.
on the phone.
So you've been doing stuff because
Sticking them here, there, around villages.
they work, cards work. You know, like your flat smacker just doing that. Yeah, no, that's good enough. You know, I'm happy with that. It's just awareness. Get this message out there. You know, Roxanne, come and meet.
Hello, David.
David, sorry again. Terrible with names.
Yeah.
He knows. Yeah, he's come down to give us a donation as well.
I didn't finish until
Yeah. I'll leave you alone and then we'll speak in a minute. All right, guys. Yeah. All right. And Harry's over there. Hey, how awesome's that? So we're getting people coming down and that. So you're right. You got some questions, haven't you? Sorry. Yeah, of course. We all were. I mean, I know that you are a flat earther. You just don't know it yet. But it's okay. Go on.
Well, I'm obviously, I'm not an adult, I'm a teenager.
Yeah.
I believe that the earth is a ball.
Yes.
And obviously I have been introduced to the flat earth.
Okay.
And I'm in the ball.
Yeah. Do you know you've said believe a few times there? Do you know that you're on a ball earth, or do you just believe it as faith?
Well, I do know that I am.
So it's a knowing. Okay. Tell me how you know. Go on.
I know because they don't want to stay.
Okay. But you see them all the time. Astronomers have been using the same constellations for millenniums. Okay.
So far away because when you think about it,
Okay.
in a ball of space, obviously, I don't know whether you believe in space or not, but
Okay.
Jupiter,
Yeah.
it's in relativity to the stars, it's quite close because it's within our solar system, and it looks the same size as the stars.
Okay.
Because the stars are so big,
Yeah.
they're bigger than us.
Okay.
They're so big, but they're so far away they do appear the same size as we.
Yeah.
And because I do know we're travelling, I don't know the exact figure, but I know.
I'm going to tell you all in a second. I'm going to let you speak first. Go on.
We are travelling quite fast, because we see the same constellations
Okay.
because of how far away they are, and they're so spaced out, if you get what I mean. They're
Yeah.
really spaced out, and I think it's in a few billion years we'll have a new set of.
Okay. I was taught all this. Believe it or not, I was a baller until about a year and a half ago. A ball earth believer, okay? So I believed all this, I had no proof about it. I had to believe in the knowledge that was handed down to me because I couldn't verify any of it.
The reason why we
Go on.
only have second-hand information.
Second-hand.
That's my friend's one.
Okay, go on.
Well, I think the reason why what was I talking about? Okay.
We're talking about how far distance, constellations and stars and these vast distances.
Well, I think that the only reason we have second-hand information,
Okay.
as you guys would say, is purely because it's so astronomically big.
Okay.
And it's so difficult to get to.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I mean? It's,
Should we believe in this second-hand information?
The reason why we have the second-hand information is because we need so much money
Okay.
to see this great.
All right. Yeah.
It is a very
Okay.
big theory, obviously.
Yeah.
There are only people that can really tell us about it.
Yeah.
Are of course people who are definitely Elon Musk and
Okay.
NASA.
And we should believe them on that? Should we trust them?
I think
We should trust them.
We are trusted.
Do we believe in all governments that tell the truth and that?
Well, I do.
You do?
Because I get my education from the Iran.
Okay. Right.
I don't understand why we can't just believe them.
Right.
And the reason why flat earthers say, oh, we've got first-hand information and we've got all this first-hand stuff is because they're experiencing what feels like
Okay.
it's still.
Shall I tell you a few reasons why I am a flat earther? Okay, well, I'll start on the, we were talking about the numbers and that, like for these distances. We are actually, Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, okay, at the equator. We're traveling around the sun at 67,000 miles an hour, traveling, Okay, we're being dragged through space by the sun. It's dragging us through space at about 500,000 miles per hour, and then the galaxy in that is being dragged again at another 500,000 miles per hour. Okay, so all of these stars that are up there, all of these ones that you think that they're too far away in that, remember they're doing all their astronomical speeds and being dragged into all different directions. But look, as we go, there you go, buddy. As we go round our 6-month cycle, you know, on the season, so we go around 6 months, all of these stars and all that, we should see evidence of, you know what parallax is? Parallax. We should see this evidence of parallax, and it's not even like the pyramids of Giza are still perfectly aligned up to Orion's belt, and the North Star. You've seen the North Star. I mean, like when you take a time lapse of the North Star, it's perfectly aligned. It's been there since astronomy began. It's still there. Of course you can. And so therefore we're asking questions that we don't believe that that's correct, that you should not be seeing. I know you're taught, and you know, like we think that you're taught in a way to parrot information to pass an exam. Okay, not to critically think for yourself. That's the way we think. But this here is land that we shouldn't be able to see. Now, it sounds like that you've done some research. No? Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Excellent. So that's brilliant. So, but you're bringing together the education that you've learned so far.
Yeah.
This is Pythagorean's theorem.
Yeah.
Spherical trigonometry.
Yeah.
Okay. So for every mile, there should be a drop over the curvature of the ball of 8 inches per squared mile, okay? And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, you know, squared we were talking about. This is Blackpool Promenade, okay? Stood on the promenade, it was in the Blackpool Gazette, this one, on a good clear day, you can see 65 miles. That's the Isle of Man. 2,500 feet should be hidden over the curvature, but the highest peak is 2,000 feet. You shouldn't see any of that, but we can. This is Dover to Calais. Based on spherical trigonometry, when you're on Calais, you can see Dover, okay? But 300 feet should be missing, but you can see it. You shouldn't be able to see it, but we're not taught to critically think. We're not taught this at school, spherical trigonometry. This is 273 miles. Now, can you imagine that? You can't see 273 miles. Should be way over the curvature, okay? But 3 miles should be hidden. It's actually more than 3 miles. I'm shortchanging myself, but you can still see land. It should be way under and over the curvature. But I can show you thousands of evidence like this of all things that you should not be able to see. They're over and hidden under the curvature. So regardless of what science says and physics and things like that, you should not be able to see land that we can see, obviously see. I live in a place down by Brixham. I stand in Brixham, and when I look along the bay, I can see Exmouth Beach. I shouldn't be seeing Exmouth Beach. It should be 40 feet under the horizon. It's only 40 feet, but 40 feet is an entire beach, but I can see the beach. That makes no sense. So at this point where land is, I think that when you get to that and you work out that that spherical trigonometry is true and correct, start doing your own critical thinking. Is it what?
Is it rounded?
As in rounded off?
The numbers.
Okay. I want you to go away. I'm not going to say. I want you to go away, and I want you to challenge them numbers. And if you're happy with it,
If the numbers, because obviously you can't get an exact number, they're always rounded.
okay.
But the bounds, it might be the higher bound, it might be the lower bound.
Okay.
But that does make the number not exact.
3 miles high, hidden.
Obviously, I don't research.
No, but I want you to go away and just check out that one fact. And if it checks out with you and you're happy and you think, my word.
Maybe the reflections.
Well, they say refraction, okay? So they say that it might. I could buy that maybe 24 miles Dover to Calais, because you know we've all seen refraction. But lifting mountains over the curvature 3, 4, 5, 6 miles high. There's a guy called Jay Tolan, and he's put infrared on his camera. He's on an airplane and he zooms out. He can see distant lands 600 miles away. That's proven. That's footage that you can find and see. Pilots, they even lots of pilots coming forward and saying that we see no evidence of any curvature whatsoever, and they're up to 35 to 40,000 feet. No evidence whatsoever. So we're saying that, you know, in here there is a website, and we kind of think Oh, have I? Again. That's okay. I'm gonna go off to Roxanne in a second anyway. Yeah. So there is. Oh, in fact, let me just do that. So yeah, there's no pilots have been seeing. Hi guys, and back again. Maybe that worked. Yeah. So pilots have been posting videos on YouTube now, and they're saying that we see no curvature. They're saying this on.
I think the reason why some people believe that is because they're not experiencing the spinning. And that's people say, oh, we're not spinning. It's like it says here, we're not on a magical spinning. I think
do you trust your senses?
People say they want to trust their senses, but imagine
1,000 miles per hour that you're spinning faster than a speeding bullet.
I think the reason why we don't experience it is because imagine you were on an orange,
okay.
which I think it's like a small ball, and you were a microscopic speck, which should be around the same scale.
Okay. Yeah.
And that took 24 hours
to spin round.
And I don't think they can do that.
Okay.
I think the reason why you feel spinning while you're on it is because it's on a smaller scale.
Okay.
It actually goes really fast.
That seems plausible, not?
Yeah, and I think the reason why we don't experience that spinning is probably because it's on such a large scale.
Okay. Can we prove this? Is this anything we can prove?
Yeah, kind of on second-hand sense, but again, it's really difficult to find it on a first-hand sense unless you are really rich and you can afford it.
Right. Okay.
Because
Do you believe the rockets go to space? Okay. And how can we verify that? Have you tried to see a journey from a rocket take off and go all the way into space? No, we've never seen that journey anyway. We've been looking for that journey. Would that be one of the greatest achievements and the greatest sort of footage that we could see with all these cameras and that we've got? That'd be a great journey to watch. You know, they could put adverts on and everything, and make lots of money out of it. Love to watch that. Why don't we get that?
Because it's kind of old now. I don't know how long ago it happened. We didn't get to the moon.
Well, I mean, as I say, Tesla's just put, SpaceX putting lots of rockets up there, but we still don't get that footage all the way, literally from takeoff all the way into space. We don't see that footage. It goes up. Visually on the floor, we see it go up and it goes over and then starts coming down. But like, what happens is as it gets up certain height, it just goes to a CGI cartoon on TV.
I think that's usually because it goes so fast.
Sorry?
I think that's maybe because it goes so fast. Obviously, I'm not researching.
Yeah. Do you know how fast it goes to leave Earth's orbit? It has to do 25,000 miles per hour to leave Earth's orbit. Have we got any engines or rockets that can go that fast? What's the fastest plane?
I don't know.
About 5,000. 5,000 miles an hour is the fastest plane.
I think with jets, I did see a video on the internet once, but there was a jet going the same speed as the Earth was orbiting this way, and it was spinning that way, and the jet was going about the same speed. So
And it's trying to catch up to the daylight and that.
actually, it's fast because it was going so fast.
Yeah.
I've seen all these videos, and I do.
You've had a lot. And has it opened any sort of questions for you that you think, oh, that makes sense?
I think it all makes sense.
What?
Are you a Christian?
I'm a Christian. I've always been an agnostic. I'm slowly starting to question my beliefs. And I say beliefs because it's kind of one of the things you can't verify.
Yeah.
But no, I don't believe in the Big Bang. I don't believe in. You believed in the Big Bang. How can we prove that? So what the suggestion is? That there, but that there could be the next universe. It could just explode right there, and everything from nothing. Maybe one there. We can have a universe there. I'll put everything from nothing. You could get your head around there and trust that.
I do believe that, but I believe that, but I know that there could be other theories out there that can explain it better.
Do you think we should trust theories as fact?
Because quite a lot of theories have been proven as fact.
Okay.
There's a chance that it's real, and there is a chance that God could be real. But for me, the more logical way would be the Big Bang. And to other people who believe in that, then that might be illogical to them. But in my eyes, it is logical.
So if I have a theory, would you trust me and you'll believe it? It'll be a theory. I'll coin it and I'll say it's theory.
Yeah.
You'll trust me.
Well, no.
Sorry, I don't understand. I'm an expert of finding blancmange trees, jelly trees. I'm an expert at it. I've got a white coat. I've got certifications after my name. I'm an expert at finding. So I'm going to give you a theory. I can find. See that tree over there? It's made of jelly. It's my theory. Now, until you go and check it out for yourself, it's my theory. It's for you to disprove it, and you can add to that theory. So it has to be equations. Maybe I could design like Einstein. I could design my own new maths that fits my jelly equation, and you could follow. Do you understand what I'm saying? There are a lot of theories in that. You know, like here you go. Are you going to go? Yeah, do you understand what I'm trying to say? You know, like, I don't believe that we should be trusting these theories.
I trust the theory because it has an overall, like, fact. You go,
okay.
Not factual, I don't know whether it's proven, but obviously it has this overall statement which covers most of the evolutionary theory. Evolutionary theory.
Yeah.
And I've seen this recurring thing that they have mini theories that cover one section.
We try come away from theories. We want facts and proof, but personally, I might have my own my own theories that are personal to me. But I won't talk about them as fact. Okay, let's have a quick discuss about theory of gravity. It's a theory, okay? Theory of gravity. Should we trust that? Okay, what is it?
Well, gravity is where you are attracted to the mass more of.
Because it's pulling you right now, so you're attracted. Well, I believe I'd imagine that you could have continental drift in on a flat Earth as well. I don't see the point in that one. I don't know, because of our ever-expanding flat Earth. Could that be my answer? Because we have an ever-expanding space, don't we? So yeah, that could be it. Because I don't believe that we're a planet. Well, then that would say that suggests that things are going in different directions. But can we not have ever-expanding infinite plane that goes downwards as well? It's infinitely downwards? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I really don't know. But look, I was talking about the which? Yeah. Yes.
I think that was by a conservative boundary. I think it was Atlantic plate and the Caribbean. I don't know which place it was.
Okay.
But a conservative boundary is where one is they're moving that way, or they're moving the same direction, but one's going faster.
Yeah.
Why would some of them be faster? Why would some of them move different ways?
Yeah. Sorry, we're just having a mini tornado. I'm trying to hold the banner. Cool, that was a big one, wasn't it? Sorry, this little chap's got one question. Let's let him have the question. What have you got? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear. Oh, was you not talking to me then? All right, okay. Oh, yeah. Look, see, with gravity in that, could it be because that a mass is pulling mass together? Okay, right. So why can't it be something more simpler, like the molecules in this are more dense, okay, than the air around it? So this falls through the air, and buoyancy, okay, that's right, of different mediums and things, okay. So, and that's why buoyant, okay, and lighter than air, and that floats. Okay. So it's light. So it is what we're saying. It's lighter than air, okay?
Yeah.
And it goes up. So why is gravity not being why is it being selectful? Why is it letting it go?
It's purely to do with the mass.
Okay. Yeah. But if I burst it though, and that balloon will then fall down, won't it? Okay, so it's okay then. It's the same mass.
That's because it's latent.
Okay, so but it's the same mass, is it not? Okay. But how can we prove? Because science can't prove this. Now I'm asking you, without second-hand knowledge, not even second-hand knowledge. There is second-hand knowledge. There is no second-hand knowledge. How can we prove that everything's been pulled down? That it's like, where is gravity?
Back to the, you know how I was explaining about like
Yeah.
there are different plates that move in different directions. So if there was this ever expanding flat Earth,
Okay.
why would somebody be moving upwards, somebody moving downwards? And even if they're right next to each other, why would one moving up and down?
How does that explain your gravity?
It explains my gravity because we're attracted to this, I think it's nickel copper core.
Okay.
And why would, you know how the Earth is steeply it's you know how there's convection currents within the mantle? Because heat rises.
Well, okay. I mean, we don't know what's down there. I mean, what's it? Science and globe believers and all that. They think they know what's down there, but you know that the deepest that we've ever dug is 7.5 miles or so.
But the thing is, we know there is mantle because of the fact that I think it's constructed in a boundary. They do mantle.
Okay.
We do know there is lava. We do know there's magma because.
Yeah. I accept that. Yeah, we've seen volcanoes. There's magma. Yeah.
Which is the thickest which it's heated up.
Okay.
Because that's the rocket's really hot. It's heated up by the 5,000 to 6,000 degrees Celsius core.
Okay.
Which we haven't proven, but it is the best
It's a good theory. Again.
It's a solid theory.
Yeah.
Many, like, you know what I mean?
You seem happy with theories and beliefs. You're comfortable with it. You're happy. Should you not question things now because you're happy there?
I believe in this. I obviously take GCSE geography.
Okay.
But then on the other hand, I take R3. So.
Because I think you're going to ace your exams. You're going to ace it. You sound so well educated. You're going to ace it. We think that's the problem. We think that you're not questioning your teachers.
I am questioning my teachers.
Okay, brilliant.
In my geography lessons, I do because obviously my friend Phil here,
Yeah.
he's a flat earther.
Okay.
And I will mention
Flat earther.
I will mention
You don't know. Okay.
but I will mention some of the theories that have been brought along by my flat earther friends into my geography lesson. I will question my teacher.
Yeah.
And my teacher will give me a solid answer, and then that kind of reinforces my beliefs. And the reason why I believe we're on a ball earth is because gravity happens because of the core of the earth.
The core. And what does the core do?
The
Well,
core
so-
is a really dense piece of mass, and when you walk down to the inner core is...
So that's what we need. We just need something that's a dense mass. Because you heard of the Cavendish experiment? Yeah, where he's got 2 lead balls in a barn, and then he's trying to prove the gravitational constant. Okay, so he's in another room and he's got a telescope and he sees them moving together, and it's taught us fact that gravity exists because he can prove it, and in universities and things they can prove it too. Yeah, and that sounds great. I'd like to believe that.
I do believe in the core.
Okay.
Because it does heat up mantle, which can then show volcanoes, earthquakes.
Do you think so do you think we should require proof that something with high enough density should be able to pull things in? You think so? Okay, so where can we verify that?
Because space is vacuum.
Okay, so that we've been told, but I have never been up to space, so I can't prove of it. But you believe it?
This is a theory that
Okay, again.
overall
Okay, go for it.
space is a vacuum, as far as I know, and that means that how there's mass, the mass does attract because of the gravitational force.
Okay.
The magnetic ones that does attract
Yeah.
mass. I mean, yeah.
You think?
Because, of course, I don't research this stuff.
Right.
I'm only just saying what I've heard.
Yeah.
And I do believe
I think do you think you can take one step back with an open mind and research a little bit further? You can. Did you grab a leaflet off me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got your leaflet. In there's a website. Okay, it says FE Start on there, and you've seen some videos, haven't you? Okay, so it's difficult because you are educated and you're still being educated. Okay, but I want you to look at it as a kind of detective and look at 2 sides of the argument.
I can still change my beliefs, I think.
Yeah, good. So you feel like you're open-minded enough.
I'm open-minded.
Brilliant.
I'm only 13, so I've only just started
Yeah.
GCSE years at school, so...
Debunked a lot. I'll give you one thing to go away with, okay?
Yeah.
Number 1 is the thermosphere, okay? The temperatures in the thermosphere. Science.com and NASA, they say in the thermosphere it gets up to 2,000 degrees Celsius. But we know it to be like really cold in space, don't we? Okay, but we're talking direct heat, and we're and radiative heat. So if you've got an object in space, okay, and the sun rays hit it, that it will start getting hotter and hotter and hotter. It's called radiative heat, okay, that comes through space. But there is no air molecules to take away that heat.
Yeah, because we're not being protected by space.
Okay. But what I'm saying is that, like, these satellites that are in space, taking all this footage and all these photographs of Earth and things, and telecommunications and things, what we're saying is that how can they survive the temperatures in space? So I want you to look into that.
They're made of
That can withstand. I mean, I don't know if you might be a bit young too. Have you ever cooked a chicken in an oven? You put the oven on for about 180 degrees, okay, maybe 200 degrees, 180 degrees, and we're talking 2,000 degrees Celsius. It will melt aluminium and titanium. That are the key components of satellites, and the International Space Station. It will melt them through radiative heat. So that's the bit that I want you to challenge, okay? And one other thing, propulsion in space. Newton's third law. Have you learnt that one?
I don't think so.
For every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. You have it. I know that you've heard it. Okay, so work out propulsion in space. Can rockets in the vacuum of space have propulsion? What are they pushing against?
Well, because they're moving already.
Okay.
That's why I think the rocket bodies do get taken off once they're in space.
Okay.
And that's why we have space travel to take off.
Okay.
But when they get into space, they continue moving because they're in a vacuum.
Okay.
There's no particles to stop them.
Well, we had the SpaceX Tesla car. It went into Earth's orbit, and then decided to just go. But then decided to just go. So what made it decide to just go? Okay, but then it's got to change direction. It has to have an opposite reaction. It has to push against something to go, to move to change direction, to move somewhere else. So how does it do that?
I see orbiting something and a stick with a string on it.
Okay.
And the stick would be the same as the arm, and the string would not take orbiting clouds.
Yeah.
And if you carry on switching it, and then you switch it so fast that like you break off, it'd go on.
Okay, but there's also astronauts. And they put a jetpack on, and then I think they go there. Is it APC or some APU or something? But anyway, they start moving in every direction in space with their little gases that they throw. For every action, there has to be an equal and opposite reaction. So these little jetpacks, again, what are they pushing against? The vacuum of space. So I want you to go away and listen to and research this one thing: the Joule's experiment, free expansion. Work out that the Joule's experiment, free expansion, and then you come back. I won't be here, but you'll be able to go send a message on that website and then work out yourself how is it possible with the Joule's experiment and free expansion for propulsion to be in space. And I think you'll be very surprised.
I still believe in Joule, obviously.
Okay.
I just think that it has been proven in many ways.
Yeah.
The core's been proven because of the plumes coming from
Core?
the core.
Okay. I mean, 7 miles we've only dug, 7.5 miles?
Yeah, but I think it's been proven because of plumes in hotspots, such as Hawaii is a hotspot.
Okay.
And I think, I've been taught, and I do believe that the reason why Hawaii exists is because you know how convection currents, heat rises, but then because it cools down as it gets higher, it goes back down, and that's what moves the plates.
Okay.
And that's why most earthquakes and volcanoes happen in a plate but and it rises, and because it's so hot, it will melt through the crust, and it will keep the hot spot, and then it will melt through the crust, and then the reason why, you know how Hawaii is like a dragged along the island,
Yeah.
so the reason why it's so like is because the plates move because of the convection currents, and how you get the hot spot stays in the same place, and it's like continuous.
Okay.
Continuously, that's how magma.
Yeah.
And because the plate is moving, the hot spot stays the same, and that's why Hawaii.
So, and that's one of your proofs that you'll hang on to, and Okay.
Yeah, because there's no other way to really explain Hawaii.
Okay, so what about the land that we can see that we shouldn't be able to see? What do we do with that knowledge?
I don't know.
Do we just dismiss it?
I haven't researched.
Okay. You got your leaflet, have you?
Yeah.
Okay, so check out the spherical trigonometry. Okay, check out why we should be seeing this land, and then. Because to me that's a contradictory. It sounds, that model that you just described then of the volcanoes and all that sounds so plausible. I almost want to say, oh yeah, let's pack it all in. Sounds great, it does. But what do we do with the information that we have about space that you shouldn't, like you shouldn't have these temperatures? What's it? The propulsion in space, it doesn't work.
It's kind of first-hand information from the experience, because why, like, you know how you say that schools and the government are working together to basically brainwash us into believing in the
Yeah.
Well, why would us take, why would us want to, it's giving us first-hand information.
Yeah.
So why would it want to take us somewhere?
Yeah.
Like, my school might be taking us Iceland next year, and that's a hotspot, and we're going to see this volcanic hotspot because I'm in GCSE.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would these places exist if the Athens?
Okay.
Again,
So you've got questions anyway.
yeah, and how does the man form on the flat Earth?
I haven't looked into it. I'm going to have to look into it. It's too huge a subject, this is. So that the mantle, I haven't really looked into it.
And when you think about it, I've never researched, I'm just using my general knowledge.
Yeah. I know, but you still can't tell me about lands that we shouldn't be able to see. And that's like whatever model that you've come up and told me, you can't get. That's the explanation that we want. It's the biggest explanation that we want. Land that we should be able to see.
Well, I believe that if I'm using my general knowledge and I'm keeping up a good argument,
Okay.
and if I researched, I think I could give a better argument. So
What, for lands that we? Please do. Look.
If you come back to Leicester,
Yeah.
in like a year or so,
I was going to say.
To research on
Oh, and we will. We're going to do another UK tour and all that. But look, there is. By all means, you've got to debunk all this, but you have to do it in an open-minded, non-biased way.
I'm not biased at all, of course. I understand.
Oh, it sounds like, oh God, it's okay. You're still being educated, it's fine. It's okay. I need to cut it short there and then pass that in. I got a feeling that I'm not live, even though it says that we are live. Hi guys, is anybody there? Am I on my own? Okay. Look, don't just go away. Let me shake your hand. It was a great talk. You are. I mean, yes, you're going to ace all your exams. You seem so educated and that. But I want you to critically examine land.
Jason, your screen's gone blank.
I know it has. I figured it. I thank you. Yeah, my screen's gone blank. But yeah, it was great talking to you. I'm going to move on and thank you. All right. And you believe the Earth is flat, yeah?
Yeah, this is so not flat.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
No, I didn't have a